Yo, we're back, and in this video, it's a little bit of different, but I've done this on the channel before, where I go through the history of Dokkan Battle from the first anniversary all the way through. I stopped doing that because those videos took like an hour to an hour and a half to record, so I stopped doing it. Ain't nobody got time for that. But I'm now repurposing the idea or the series into Dokkan Battle lore, right? Things that happened in Dokkan Battle or the history of Dokkan Battle, certain things I want to highlight that happened throughout the 11 years. Dokkan is 11 years old. Can you believe that? People are still playing that game. Holy crack, man. Okay, so on today's lore episode, this is a big one, right? This situation here shook the community. It took the community by storm. It's a controversy. A lot of people were jealous because this only happened on on one version of the game, and there was major compensation, and it made a lot of people mad. But here we go. Okay, this is the 300 stone situation. Now, this happened in 2018, as you can see, 8 years ago. 2018. Thankfully, I found a Reddit post about it. But even if we didn't have the Reddit post, I was there, right? I was there when it happened, bro. I was there. No, wait, no. This was 2017, right? This was 2017. Because I remember I was taking physics. Yeah, this was 2017. This was the fall into the winter of 2017. Basically, like this guy said, what the F? I just received 300 stones on my JP account. Yes, we woke up, us JP players, we woke up and we found 300 stones in our accounts. Now we were like, what? So what happened, right? Why did Dokkan just give us 300 stones? Now, this is back at the Dokkan wasn't giving any compensation. It's not like the Dokkan today where there's a stone in everything you can do, but back then there was barely any events, barely any stone like rewards, barely there was the hardest event at the time in 2017 was, I believe, it wasn't even Super Battle Road, man. It wasn't. We were still in the first five LRs, like the five lead LRs. I'm pretty sure at the time it was physical Super Saiyan Trunks, LR physical Super Saiyan Trunks that was released at the time. Okay, so Trunks was released on the 17th of August. Okay, this was before these LRs were featured. He was not featured. Okay, so what had happened was that there was a banner at the time, and I remember exactly it was the physical Kefla banner. And they released the banner, and there was a humongous buff. Not buff. There was a really, really big bug that took place. Oh, I might have been mistaken. So this was March. No, that's not right. What? Oh, this is her Dokkan Awakening. That's why I was confused. Yeah. So she released November 14th, 2017. So this happened in fall, in November. Okay. So basically, what had happened was it was a version update, and there was an error that would display wrong information on pullable characters in the list of gacha. Now, this means that basically the banner that Kefla was on, I believe this is the no, no. Yes, here we go. This banner right here, this had the I'm pretty sure it had like a character on the image, like on the image here, but they weren't actually in the pool, so you couldn't actually pull them, right? So that's what happened. The actual code that could be pulled and the rates were correct, even though the bug has occurred. Because this bug, memory got overridden when the app tried to communicate with server when pressing the scatter button. Blah 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 blah. So the bug was there's a part of memories didn't function correctly. Therefore, different players got to see different results in the pullable character screen depending on what you open the list. Because the bug memory got overwritten with the app, blah, 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 blah. Basically, people saw stuff like this and it wasn't on the list, right? So you physically could not pull, like some people literally could not pull like the featured unit. And at the time, what they did was that they completely took down every single banner that you could summon on. And I remember like vividly, you press the summon button and there was nothing. There was no banner active at all, right? There was nothing at all. I wish there was like a link here or something like of anything on Twitter that we can just look at. What is this? Last line say. Hold on. Yeah, I couldn't find anything about it, but so this basically sparked like a whole discussion between, oh, how come JP gets the 300 stones? Why isn't Global getting it? And for so long, it became like this big controversy as like Akatsuki is favoring, Akatsuki is like the developers, they're favoring JP over Global, but that wasn't the case. A lot of people were complaining that they didn't get the 300 stones, but why would they get the 300 stones? This issue only happened on JP. So what had happened was they took down all the banners, they gave people the 300 stones, and they also compensated all the players that used stones on like all those banners, and every player got their stones back that they used to summon. So this banner, if you had summoned, if you dropped like 1,000 stones on this banner, you got the 1,000 stones back, and you got 300 stones. And with those 300 stones, I can't tell you how many times I re-rolled to get that physical trunks. That physical trunks was the newest LR. And this gives you a lot of history, right? The newest LR was physical trunks. Now this was like 3 LRs into the like the lead LRs. Like I'm talking about like the Goku Black and Zamasu, STR Broly, the legendary one. There was Trunks. There was I can't remember who the rest were. It was Gohan, right? And then there was someone else I can't remember. Majin Vegeta, yes, Majin Vegeta. So this is the global timeline, right? It shows here that Trunks was the last of the LRs, but I think on JP he was not. I don't remember, but 300 stones. A lot of people re-rolled. Okay, you're logging into the game with 300 stones. This was people even re-rolled before this. If you remember, if you watched Truth, he re-rolled until he got Goku Black on Zamasu. And when you re-rolled, the game gave you 5 stones. And 5 stones. And mind you, these were not featured. Back in the day, on Global, I guess he was featured. But if we switch over to JP, I wonder if they'll show the first banner he was on. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess not. This is misleading, by the way. These are not all the banners he was on. He was on more banners. His first banner, he wasn't featured, by the way. Okay, he was not featured on that first banner. Okay, so I found the banner he was on. It was this banner in June of 2017. He was not featured. This is his first banner ever, and he was not featured. So back at that time, 300 stones, re-rolling with 300 stones was a big opportunity to just go in, refresh, and then start a fresh account with 300 stones and summon until you get the characters you want. And at the time as well, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly was out, and these two were very, very, very good together. And then Cell was here as well. This Frieza, this Zamasu. Like, imagine logging in with 300 stones, right, and summoning for a character you wanted. And at the time, it was Trunks again, right? So this was 6 months after. So technically, I don't know how long the rewards were for, but technically, you could literally go in. This is the JP timeline. You could go in and make a bunch of accounts with 300 stones and just cycle through them as many times as you need. If you need a certain character and you just want to refresh or want to have a fresh account with the stones you want, right? But yeah, this is the 300 stone scandal, the Dokkan battle lore, the 300 stone situation. Let me know what you guys think about these types of videos. And again, there's not much effort that I put into these videos because again, I work really late hours and I just like to relax sometimes. But at least I'm doing something to see the interest in the videos like this. If you guys are actually interested in Dokkan Battle lore, I will actually make not longer videos, but videos that are edited and with a skit and more organized and more research, so on and so forth. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and let me know, did you get the 300 stones back when this happened? And if you did, then lucky you. And I'll see you next time. Peace. Remember to keep your promises.